wait for this to properly go live. Alrighty. So we've got a bit of a live stream going here. Maybe what you could call a podcast style live stream. And it is our review / results of UFC 207. I feel like if we're doing a podcast, we should probably maybe try and at least break down a few of the matches.
Fuck the card, man. If they want to be talked about, they put on a fucking performance.
Yeah, but we can at least talk about it. We don't have to go and break down a full analysis.
You're sleeping through all of it, man, so you can't talk about much.
I'm not saying we have to talk about a full analysis of the actual thing itself.
We're probably going to be spending a fair bit of time on my route.
I'm going to have to actually... One second, guys. Give me a moment. I've got to fix this. Stop streaming for a minute. So we are back. Hopefully this will be enough and this will work.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, I was just making the quality better because quality was fucking shit awful on the fucking image quality of it all, of the photo and whatnot. But yeah, we're back, and hopefully this will be enough, and it won't look bloody shit awful.
Yeah, we want it to be decent quality.
Yeah. And we don't want it to be shit.
At least decent.
Yeah, at least
decent.
Doesn't
be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm
but
so interested to talk about this, all this sort of stuff. I might just
we had a bit of a close the door so we can at least talk about this. I'm gonna share this on our social medias so we can get people in on this podcast so we can talk about this and get it all out there and
put it on Twitter and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Twitter and
Hashtag
put it on.
and all that shit.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like we're getting people showing up.
Are we now? Alright.
Well, yeah.
Guys, we're just going to be showing it on the...
No one's commenting or anything, it's just people are watching and sort of showing up.
So if you're watching now, we're just putting this podcast on social media. So we'll talk about the event in a second and the results and our thoughts on the fights.
Yeah.
Talking about Ronda Rousey's return and that, so we've got plenty to talk about because it was interesting event.
Yeah.
Well, the end of the event is interesting. We'll get into that more. It
was a mixed bag, this event, guys, because it was interesting in some areas, but also it was a ball fest in a lot of other areas. I actually watched the first few knockout fights in the pre-show, and then I fell asleep after that because I was so tired.
I basically watched the whole event, and there's only one, I'm talking about all the fights are basically trash until you get to the last three fights. There's one good knockout by Rob Font. This is the Rob Font fight. I think Rob Font got the knockout.
Real?
Is it him? Someone got this. It was the Tarek Safadine fight.
Right.
I'm just trying to remember correctly. But literally, guys, the whole event leading up to the last three fights, it was like a wrestling match. But it wasn't even like wrestling. It was just like they're hugging each other. They weren't really advancing position, and they weren't trying to go for submissions. They weren't doing anything.
It is fucking set up, and it is fine now. Somewhat. At least I'd like to believe it is.
Back on the stream, is it?
Well, yeah, we're back streaming again, and we are in good health. We are in good health.
Good health, that's what we like. We like to be in good health. Right, so we've got two people watching.
Keep frame intervals of 2 fucking seconds, bro.
I can't see the camera, so I don't know if we're in frame or not.
We're not on the camera. We're just using a photo. We're just audioing this shit.
Alright, so we're just audioing this shit.
It
Oh, so I was
better.
like, thinking the whole time we're on webcam or something.
Yeah, man, shirtless on webcam. Fuck no.
Yeah, we don't want to dress up or anything, guys. We just want to take this real easy and just discuss some fights. But like I was saying before, this event, well, we're going to talk about the great fights, but leading up to the last 3 fights, it was really boring, guys. It was like watching a real sort of like boring wrestling match, and it wasn't even like any attacking happening. It was just like a lot of hugging, not doing anything. It just looked like gay porn.
This
really.
gay, I was about to say this gay porn. This event was a mixed bag. It was a lot of shit fights apparently because I was asleep for most of it. I only saw like a few of the good pre-show fights there, and I saw them, and I was quite satisfied with what I saw for the, in terms of a fucking pre-show and whatnot. And but I got really tired because I've been pretty tired lately, guys. That's just how my health is. But so I fell asleep, and I woke up, and Dylan Adams like, oh my god. And I woke up and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, we have just sat through hours and hours of fucking bullshit.
And guys,
boredom. And
this
then
was after
I woke up and they're like, how did you wake up on the last 3 good fights? And I'm just like, maybe I know how to pick.
Yeah, Bane had perfect timing. Bane actually slept through.
If I had watched it all, I would probably be, by the end of it, probably pissed off about this event. If I saw
I was getting
all that
really pissed off, man, because I paid $60 to watch this pay-per-view in HD.
Do you think it was worth all the $60?
No, not $60. But the 2 title fights were amazing. The two title fights were amazing, and that was amazing. But that's not $60 worthy. Like,
I can buy a pay-per-view on the WWE Network for $9.99, like Roadblock. Satisfying event.
Well, you get all the events for $9.99.
Yeah,
$9.99. That's a bargain, bro.
Yeah, like,
that's an amazing deal.
You can get events on WWE that are major scale like WrestleMania for $9.99. Why pay $60 for something that's just...
Also can get the biggest pay-per-view of the year, WrestleMania, with all the biggest stars for $9.99. You know?
Yeah.
But I just want to mention this fight because I need to warn you guys. If you're watching this pay-per-view later, do not watch a fight with Tarek Safdien in it. I don't know who he fought again, but Tarek Safdien, that fight is the worst fight of 2016. That was the most sloppiest fight I've ever seen. Like, these dudes did nothing. They were just hugging each other the whole time. Like, they were about to go and throw a strike, and they'll just hug onto each other and do this clinch. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Me and Adam were so pissed after this fight. It's the worst fight of 2016, hands down. Yeah. But I don't want to give much run. Like, I don't want to give too much time talking about the shit fights because they don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I think we need to just talk about the 2 title fights, the ones that really matter, the ones what are going to be the hot topics to talk about, and the reason why you guys come in to watch the stream.
Yeah.
So I think we should talk about Ronda Rousey versus Amanda Nunes. And
interesting, guys. My reaction is Ronda's not a fighter anymore. She's just simply not a fighter anymore. You can see it in her eyes. You can see it in her movement. You can see it in everything. Ronda lost a very easy win for Amanda. It was just... Ronda looked so inexperienced. She looked so open to being destroyed. And you could tell... So gullible, man. So gullible.
And you could tell, like, she was mentally weak coming into this fight. Because she did no media. And she did talk for a brief...
She's destroyed, bro. Her legacy's done.
Like, she talked for a brief amount of time on the countdown, but it wasn't like a proper, like... Like, if you can compare that countdown to other countdowns, like, Ronda was on there for maybe just like a minute or 2.
I kind of doubt all the work she's put in now, because they put her in with very easy people, and then they exposed her with Holly Holm. But then again, Holly Holm has now gone very weird and soft. Like, with her last 2 fights, with those defeats, it was very weird.
Like, Holly
Holm... all these beasts are now becoming soft, and getting their weaknesses exposed.
But Amanda Nunes is a real beast, bro. Like she's not gonna fall off like Holly Holm did or Ronda.
She shouldn't. Hopefully.
Like she
You'd
is.
fucking hope she wouldn't.
She's a beast, man. I've been talking about Amanda Nunes for like 2 years now, saying like this chick needs a title shot, and they weren't giving it to her. Like she was like knocking out girls, she was submitting girls. Like she's really underrated. And what I was saying was like with Ronda Rousey, right? She was champion in a time when the women's division was growing, so she had the perfect timing, and she was armbarring all these girls who didn't have any experience. Like she was the champion in the weakest division in the UFC, and from the great sort of like promotion from the UFC, they built her up like she was like this unstoppable thing. And I remember like just last year before she fought Holly Holm, everyone was talking like Ronda Rousey was God. Like she could beat a light heavyweight like John Jones in a fight.
Well,
people were saying that, bro. They were saying Ronda Rousey would beat John Jones in a fight.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. I'll laugh at that.
And like, she was champion in a time when the division was like really weak and they didn't have any good contenders. And
there still isn't a whole lot, man. There really isn't. There's only very few there. They need to go and really scout the world for the best. They need it, man.
Because like compare it, right? The women's MMA is kind of like new. The men have been like fighting since like the 1990s. Like the UFC came around then, like in the 2000s. I mean, but like MMA's been around for a while.
There's so many great men's fighters out there.
Yeah, like the men's division, if you compare it to women's, of course,
strong man.
You know, it's a lot more stacked.
Booming strong.
Yeah, booming strong. You know, feel the full power of the girth.
Yeah, the width and the girth.
And the depth, you know, just everything.
Yeah.
You know, they're packing a lot.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was like, Ronda got exposed with Holly Holm just how bad her striking was, and I was talking to my friend after this fight with Amanda Nunes that her striking is horrible, but her coach Edmund I'm not going to say his last name, but I tell this joke, right? Like, his name is Targaryen, like those people from Game of Thrones, like, oh, Coach Targaryen, you know. But what I picked up on was, like, he's a hype man. He tells Ronda everything what she wants to hear because she can't take criticism. You know, and that's why she didn't do these media, like, leading up to this fight with Amanda Nunes, because she just didn't want to hear this backlash, and she didn't want these reporters saying like, "Oh, what have you done about your striking and all that," and talking and questioning her about her performance against Holly Holm. Yeah. Like she's just really weak mentally, and
they had to console her backstage apparently after the weigh-ins.
Yeah, after the weigh-ins, yeah. And
there's a lot of rumours that was actually what happened, and I wouldn't be surprised.
And like, just with the walk coming down, when Ronda was walking down to the octagon,
put on the angry face, but it just didn't work. I just see through it.
I just knew what was about to happen, guys. Like, I knew how good Amanda Nunes' striking is, and I knew how bad Ronda's striking was. And she's got this like real bad coach. Her coach is like got the worst. He just tells her like, "Oh, you're doing fantastic." I'm just turning off my phone because it's ringing all the time. It's fucking annoying. But he's like telling her everything that she wants to hear, and she's doing like these terrible boxing like.
You can't have a guy that's going to just tell you everything you want to hear. You have to have a guy that's going to tell you everything you don't want to hear.
Like after a loss against Holly Holm, he should be telling you like, this is what you've done wrong. This, and this. You know,
and this is what you need to do to make it right.
Yeah, but he didn't do that. You know, between rounds, he's like, "Oh, perfect, you're doing great," and all that. Like when she was fighting Holly Holm, like that's what he said between rounds.
Ridiculous.
And I knew how great Amanda Nunes' striking was coming into this fight, and I just knew like, because I watched the countdown, and Ronda Rousey was still doing the same boxing routines, like drills and all that, with this coach that she was doing going into the fight with Holly Holm. Like she was just still doing the same shit.
Anyway, guys.
And I just want to say this, right? She didn't like, she hasn't progressed as a fighter because she's been away doing movies at Hollywood.
And like I said, she's not a fighter anymore. She's been away for a year, and she come in trying to put on the act and put on the face of a woman that would be strong and would be able to fight Amanda Nunes. But I just saw through it, man. Like, it was just an act, and it was just a face to maybe try to bring about intimidation. But, you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't think she's a fighter anymore. I think she's more of the face that should be just either in Hollywood films or WWE. And I think with WWE, because she says, oh, I got my name because of Rowdy Roddy Piper. Well, if you've got that connection with that company and you've made that appearance already and they're interested in having you there, why don't you go there? Because
she's got to make that full transition to WWE now, man.
She could go there and do a good amount of work. I think they could even be interested in getting her as a part-time job there, but
she's
been humanised, man. That's the thing. With these fights, she's been humanised, so she's not going to be that big, brutal, unstoppable force that everyone thinks she is.
And Ronda can't handle a loss, like after that loss against Holly, she showed up on Ellen, and that interview, she just like, you could just see.
I don't know if she'd be able to handle full-time work of like 365 days a year on the road with WWE.
No, she won't do that, man. She'll do part-time.
But she'll do part-time like Lesnar.
But she just can't handle a loss, like mentally, she just can't. And
yeah,
I just think people should keep an eye on her now, because she was saying after the Holly loss that she wanted to die and that.
Yeah, she'll probably want to kill herself again.
So people need to keep an eye on her, because I know, like, just mentally, Ronda can't handle a loss and that. And I just think she does have to retire now, because...
Yeah, that's what Amanda said. She goes, oh, Ronda's going to retire, she's going to go to Hollywood, she's going to make movies. She's doing alright, but, you know, and that's true. She doesn't need UFC anymore, and UFC don't really need Ronda.
What did the UFC expect, though? Putting Ronda in this title fight against Amanda Nunes... And she hasn't even been training. Like, she's been doing...
Like Amanda Nunes.
She's been doing
retiring
Hollywood,
everyone.
bro. She's been doing movies. Like,
she is a legend killer.
Mm.
Amanda Nunes is the fucking legend killer of UFC.
She was a lamb, like, just being put up to the slaughter.
Yeah. Well, Amanda Nunes just made fucking Misha Tate retire. Amanda
Nunes, guys, knocked out Ronda Rousey in 48 seconds.
And now, Ronda's probably going to retire. She hasn't said it, but it's smart for her to do that. It is smart, and I think we all kind of deep down, we all want her to retire.
Yeah.
I want her to retire, to be honest.
It's just sad seeing her so destroyed.
I just don't want her to go back in there.
Like, she's hit rock bottom now, bro. Like,
yeah, you can't really... With someone like Ronda, it just looks like it's not going to work, you know. Just get in WWE or movies, and just keep it at that. Don't try and fight anymore. It's obviously not doing her any good mentally. It's not doing her any good physically, because she's going to get fucking mangled every time.
And she didn't do
She's going to become a jobber, man.
And she didn't do the post-fight interview. She's
not going to fucking do a press conference or nothing, man.
Nah, man.
She's done.
And this, like, I know you lost and you hate it, but just take it on the chin, you know? Like Conor McGregor when he lost to Nate Diaz, he was crushed. You could see it in his face, but he was like, "Oh, Nate was the better man."
He did the interview. He said, "Hey,
and he
I fucking lost, but you know."
And he come back and he fought the guy. I'm not saying Ronda Rousey should come back and fight her. Definitely not.
Not a fucking good idea.
It'll probably end in like 10 seconds next time. But and I'm not saying it's been rude, but just Ronda Rousey just doesn't have the technique. All she had was judo. She
was not blocking at all.
She wasn't.
She had no defense technique at all. She had no.
Amanda was just punching her head, man. Amanda was just punching her head, and Ronda was just taking it. She was just blocking it with her face.
She looked like a fucking preschooler that was not skilled at all in defense.
Yeah, and that's all because she's been doing these.
Supposed to be a big fucking brute force warrior woman that you built up to be so great for so long, and she can't even fucking defend herself. She can't even put up her hands to fucking block a fucking punch.
Like, we know at least a block. Like, come on.
Like, fucking... She's just kind of been exposed as somewhat of a weak woman. With a weak will and weak emotions.
And she was on this Garnier ad, like, oh, strong is beautiful. And
beautiful, strong.
And they're getting all these shots of her muscles and shit, like, oh.
Nah, man.
Did you see her in a match like that?
Yeah, like
She's just weak.
the media and the UFC have built her up like she's like this unstoppable force.
That's the power of media, man.
And bro,
they manipulated a lot of
this is
people,
like the
but I could
worst.
see through the bullshit, man.
This is like the worst exposed thing ever. Like no one's ever got like exposed as bad as this.
Yeah. I think she should be done. That's
Yeah,
my final thoughts on that. But let's talk about Cody Garbrandt and Cruz.
Great fight, by the way, by Amanda and Ronda. It was entertaining to watch.
It was, but it was 48 fucking seconds, and this pay-per-view did not deserve our $60.
Nah, not at
Does
all.
not deserve your $60 either, so do not buy it on a fucking matinee price or anything, guys. Don't fucking buy it, because it is absolute garbage. To be honest. There's only probably one really good fight, which is Garbrandt and Cruz.
Yeah, and all the rest.
And then again, it's just fucking Cruz getting picked apart methodically and decimated by Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, Cody Garbrandt's the new bantamweight champion, guys. He won every single round against Cruz.
Did it in a cocky fashion too. He thought it was fucking hilarious. And everybody else was getting into it.
Yeah, he was actually taunting and like mocking Cruz more than Nate Diaz or Conor would combined. He did it for 5 rounds.
He reminds me of a Conor of the bantamweights.
He was like doing the Dominic Cruz skip, like he was doing everything.
This fight made me want to see Garbrandt versus McGregor.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Would be fucking awesome.
Because both those guys are beautiful technical strikers, man. And they've both got like that knockout power.
Yeah.
That would be an amazing fight.
McGregor and Garbrandt would fuck each other up. Yeah, Cruz was bleeding in this fight.
Yeah,
he had blood coming out of his eye, and he actually looked fucked up and mangled to the point where that eyebrow of his, it just looked like he shouldn't be fighting anymore because of how open the cut was. How brutal.
Yeah, he got cut in round 3, guys, so it was like pretty early. But you kind of knew what direction this fight was going, because in round 1, Cody Garbrandt absolutely just set the tone, and he was like, "Nah, you're not winning this fight, boy." He absolutely knocked him around that first round. He was just like knocking him down with like big power punches, and he was mocking him as well. And it was like roles reversed, right? Because Cruz is this great defensive striker, and he's got like this amazing movement.
Everyone talks about his fast movement, but in this one, he was
missing Cody.
There was no movement much at all.
No, he was moving.
He was, but there was not a thing at all that you could compare these two.
He was missing Cody all the time.
Missing so much, and he couldn't even catch Cody for 1 second.
He was just missing so much. It was
He maybe clipped him with, I'd say, probably 5 good punches in this whole fight.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
And
the rest was all misses.
And you could kind of see how desperate Cruz was as well, because in the first round, after 4 minutes of just being mocked and all that and being taunted, and he's missing his strikes, and Cody's just like catching him with this beautiful like counter striking. He goes for the takedown, and I haven't seen Cruz go for a takedown in a while. Like, you know, that was a big surprise, but that kind of just showed me how desperate Cruz was early on. But really, this was like the story of this fight was 5 rounds of just like beautiful counter striking from Cody Garbrandt, and he nearly knocked out Cruz like every round. Like, he knocked him down, and I give credit to Cruz for keep on coming forward after being knocked down like that.
Hey Devon, thanks for watching, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Like, I give credit to Cruz for keep on coming forward. He has a heart of a champion.
Yeah. There was a thing with this fight was Cruz actually looked like, and in the moments where his body was telling him to go to sleep, and when he was when he was about to be knocked out, like, I'd say probably 5 times, he got straight back up like 2 seconds after being knocked out.
Real quick.
2 seconds, and he would get up and he'd walk straight back into Cody, and he'd get in his face and he'd say, "Come on, hit me again," and then fucking Cody would keep fighting him and come after him, and you know, it was crazy, because you got to admire. Like, going into this fight, I thought, this guy's annoying, and this guy's just rude with what he's saying, and he's doing it as mental warfare and mind games to try and get Garbrandt to get all amped up and get all emotional about
I could
the
see
fight.
what he's doing, right? He was trying to piss off Garbrandt, so he comes in reckless, trying to just like knock him out in the first round. But Garbrandt,
That turned around on him. Turned around.
But he came around with the opposite approach. He was really calm. He was taking his time and just the timing of Garbrandt with his strikes was so quick and fast. Like it was amazing to watch. It was beautiful boxing, and I was really impressed.
Yeah, like I didn't really like Cruz going into the fight. I thought, no, I want him to fucking lose, and I want that to be it.
He was playing like the heel. And
Good. It's kind of like with WWE, you know. You go into a fight. It's kind of UFC is kind of taking notes from WWE.
Yeah, with the trash talk.
And I think the fighters are too. You want to sell a fight, you've got to do shit talk. You've got to do things and say things that are going to get people to want to watch this fight. Otherwise, you know, what's going to make me want to watch? Two random fucking bastards fight over a title and they don't have any beef with each other.
Like, I'm not interested.
Like, I don't find that interesting at all. Like,
yeah,
if you go and you say in WWE and you just do like a little, like, say there's a vacant title, right? And let's just grab two guys. Let's think of two mid-card guys, hey? What about, let's say, Dolph Ziggler and, who's another
Baron
one?
Corbin?
Zack Ryder.
Ryder,
Baron Corbin. Okay, so
we'll do
just say there's a vacant title and they're going to fight over it. They go, okay, well, in this amount of months, these guys are going to face off for this championship belt, and yeah, that's it. So we're going to show you their training video packages, and we're going to show you all that, and then they're going to fight. Do you think it's going to be very interesting if they just show us just their training, and they just don't have anything to say about each other, or don't do anything to sort of build that up?
But imagine this, right? This is what all these fighters do, right? They don't just show the training packages, but when they talk about their opponent, they're giving them praises. They're actually complimenting them, like, "Oh yeah, this guy's good with his striking and that. He's gonna be my toughest fight.
This is gonna be a great fight." Like, they compliment each other, and that's kind of harmful because, you know, you want to draw in viewers, and the way to draw in viewers is you need a blood feud, man, and you need a fucking nasty one. And like these guys, they didn't have like a hell big blood feud that was nasty. It's just one of those things where, yeah, my girlfriend said a bit of shit on the social media about you, or, you know, and the other guy was like, oh, you better keep your fucking woman away from me on social media and all that crap.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things, and it did work for it, and it got me interested in the fight. It was something simple.
Hard, man.
It was something that got me interested to watch this. Because I didn't know this fight was happening at all on the card, and I didn't know like that even happened. And then I watched it.
Yeah, I said, Bane, watch this, man. Watch this pre-build up. Watch this interview between Cody Garbrandt and Cruz. This shit is funny as fuck. And then Bane was a bit interested after he saw that.
Yeah, like all the other fights, it's just like they're kind of just like watching a pre-show match in WWE. There's no build-up. There's no nothing. It's just here's a match. Watch it and just fucking enjoy it. That's it. And it's a bit boring when it's like that with UFC. You need something that's just gonna draw you in, get you interested, and make you want to watch more, and make you even want to pay $60. Like, do you really think that I'm going to be interested to pay $60 just to see a potential really quick match? Because like I didn't pay the $60 myself. My brother did. I was going to be like, nah, we should watch it on some fucking shit website that has, like, a free stream of it, and we could have done that. Fucking damn well would have done that, but...
Here's the thing,
like,
right?
I want to watch fucking HD on...
I'll break it down for you guys.
UFC.
There was two really cool knockouts. There was the Rob Font fight, and then there was Amanda Nunes knocking out Ronda Rousey in 48 seconds. Both of those knockouts happened pretty quick. Both in the first round. So you got those two, right? But... then you got the amazing fight with Cody Garbrandt and Cruz, and that fight was amazing. I'll give that like 5 stars out of 5.
Yeah, it was worth money, man.
But then you got the fight with Dillashaw and I'm not going to say his name because it's too hard to pronounce. But that fight was kind of okay. Like, it had some cool ground and pound at moments. but that was a bit of an okay fight. So you got one awesome fight, and that's about it. And then you just got like 2 fast finishes. And I do like quick finishes, but it just feels a bit like I felt like I didn't get my money's worth. I paid $60.
Not at all, man.
But
Nowhere near. I think maybe this event was probably worth like maybe $10. I'd say.
Oh, because it's Ronda Rousey, I'd say like 20 or something.
$20, yeah, fuck it, why not? $20. 10 or 20, 15, around there. No higher. I wouldn't say any higher. Maybe if you want to go a maximum price, $25, but that's about it.
Yeah, like I do like a quick finish, but if you've been watching, right,
Not $60, that's fucked.
I've been watching fights with Adam like for 3 hours or 4 hours, and it's just all boring wrestling fights.
Yeah, it's a bit draining. If you're watching something that's completely boring
You
for
kinda
hours, you get drained so fast, and then you just lose all interest in watching anymore.
So you kind of want a fight that kind of goes for like a couple rounds, and it's a bit of a war. Like, you know, it's a bit back and forth. There's a few good knockdowns and all that.
But you want to go into it too, knowing that these guys just really fucking don't like each other. And maybe if people have to fabricate that and do it like, and kind of like amp it up a bit more than it actually would normally be, then maybe they've got to do that.
So what I'd say about its pay-per-view is, you know, the prelims all are shit. All are shit. So don't even bother watching the prelims. You get one really awesome fight, and then you get 2 quick finishes. So that's what you get. So you kind of feel like, oh fuck, man, I just got fucking, I don't know. Yeah, like, they did some pretty good promotion. Like, they're counting the money right now, and everyone's spending this money on Ronda Rousey, and you got jack shit for it.
Yeah, you didn't get anything. 48 minutes, just watch Rousey come back for fucking 48 seconds and just get absolutely decimated and exposed.
Guys,
like a little toddler, man, just trying to grab something off the top of a shelf and then falling on her ass and crying like a little bitch.
If you're a Ronda Rousey fan...
That's what it was like, man. It's just sad.
If you're a Ronda Rousey fan and you haven't seen this fight yet, do not watch. This will crush your soul.
Yeah, seriously.
This is a brutal beatdown. The most one-sided beatdown ever, and it's worse than the Holly Holm beatdown. If you thought that was bad,
watching fucking
this gets 10,000 times worse. Amanda Nunes does what Holly Holm did, but in a lot faster time.
And faster time. The ref actually called it off. He's like, nah, no, she's not going to fight back. So, nah,
she wasn't fighting back. She wasn't even blocking.
No,
she was doing nothing. Back. She was just standing there.
She wasn't fighting back. She didn't fall to the ground yet. But she was like, her whole body and was like running around the fucking ring. Like,
even when the fight was stopped, she was running around.
She was spaghetti and shit. And her face was like, where the fuck am I? And it was really funny because they had this shot of her standing alone in the octagon, just like standing there like, what the fuck? Who am I?
What am I doing?
What am I doing? What am I?
When they stopped the fight, Ronda Rousey was still running around and shit.
Yeah, she just didn't know who she was or where she was or how she was. It looked like she didn't even know what life is. Like, you look at her face and she just is like so confused, like an Alzheimer's patient from a hospital.
I just want to ask Adam, you remember that real shit fight with Tarek Safdien? I just want you to tell people how bad that shit was. You know, Kim versus Dong Yong Kim?
It was
Dong Yong King?
Dong Yong Pong Yong.
Fucking hell, that guy doesn't do very exciting fights, does he, Dong Yong King?
This was the worst fight of the year, hands down.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
dude.
I'm kind of keen to see it, just to see how bad it is.
And they're like hell sloppy, they're like hugging on to each other.
Dong Yong Kim versus who?
Tarek Safdien.
Tarek Safdien. Right.
Worst fight of the year, hands
fucking
down.
Hell.
I've seen it already on social media and everyone's commenting, this is fucking garbage and all that.
Yeah.
And that person's comment's got like 200 likes on like these MMA pages. Like everyone's like ripping that fight to shreds.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
And everyone's like, oh, this card sucks fucking ass and that.
Like I was saying, guys, I did not like Cruz going into this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I admired him and his efforts and his ability to be resilient and durable during that fight, because anybody else would have went down like Ronda went down. fucking
Ooh, she
Cruz
went down
got
real
back
quick.
up, man. He was like, nah, I'm not getting fucking knocked out. Even when his own body told him, you need to go down now, you're fucking getting knocked out. He was like, no, I'm fucking not. And he got back up. And fucking Cody Garbrandt knocks everyone out. He couldn't knock Cruz out, man. He was like, no way.
Yeah. Cruz actually took those punches really well. And that was kind of like the story with these title fights, right?
He couldn't fight back well. He couldn't connect anything, and you could see his body was done. His energy was gone. But he just kept getting back up. He did not want to be that guy that actually was forcefully defeated.
Yeah. And that's good as well, because if you lose, you don't
That's a win in itself. It's a...
Because the thing is, like, if you lose by decision, you can still kind of play that card like, oh, you know, I won this round and
finish me off, you know.
You know, yeah, like, you didn't really beat me, you didn't knock me out or submit me, you didn't make me quit.
Yeah.
You know,
no.
So that's kind of like a win for him, but it's still a loss,
yeah.
and a real bad loss. Like, it was a one-sided beatdown, guys.
Yeah,
and that's
but he took a lot of punishment, man. Like,
yeah, that cut was really bad, eh?
A lot of punishment, and he just fucking didn't go down.
That cut in the third round was so bad, guys. I've never seen Cruz get cut like that before. It was like really bad.
Anybody else would have went down, but that fucking guy didn't.
And like the story of the title fights is, they're not close, guys. Like, the person who won the fight won it clearly. Like, it was domination.
Yeah, it was a clear victor.
It wasn't even close.
Definitive answer.
And now it looks like they're going to be doing Garbrandt versus Dillashaw, because...
No, I'm interested.
Yeah, because, like, if you follow...
Take my money, bitch!
Yeah.
Put that at main event.
Because, you know, Garbrandt kind of called him out. And, you know... Dillashaw was calling out Cruz because he thought Cruz was going to win the title fight, so he was like calling Cruz a bitch and all that. But Garbrandt won, and he was like, telling Dillashaw to come at me, bitch, or whatever.
That's better. I want that more than fucking Dillashaw.
Because this is the thing, right?
Dillashaw
Those guys were in the same camp, bro. They're both part of Team Alpha Male, and then TJ Dillashaw leaves, and then like they're all calling each other's, like they're calling TJ Dillashaw a snake and all that.
Who Cody was.
Yeah, and like before anyone did, Conor McGregor called out TJ Dillashaw. He was telling Uriah Faber on the Ultimate Fighter, right? He was like, "Oh, you know, you got a snake in your camp and all that." And he said it before anyone did. He was like, "Oh, he's going to betray you and all that." And then TJ Dillashaw does it after the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's bloody interesting, isn't it?
So that's going to be like a grudge fight, bro. Cody Garbrandt versus TJ the Snake. You know, that could sell like a really good pay-per-view, man.
Yeah, that would be really good, actually.
Mm.
I would buy that as a main event if it was main eventing.
Yeah.
I would be interested, eh? Like,
and you can kind of tell, like, all the fighters are kind of picking up on the trend now, like what Conor McGregor does. Like, they're all starting to talk trash and all that, trying to sell their pay-per-views.
Yeah, you need to sell, so you got to do things.
But yeah, they can
get it sold.
But they can kind of build up that fight between Cody and TJ, like, oh, TJ betrayed us and all that, and they can kind of do it like TJ's the villain, like, sort of thing.
Yeah, they could do.
And like they can have flashbacks of Conor McGregor calling him a snake and all that on the Ultimate Fighter. Like they could really play it up and like do really cool promos for it and that. Like they can really sell that fight really well, I think. But yeah, so that kind of like rivalry's been building for a while now. But overall, the pay-per-view is pretty shit. Garbrandt versus Cruz was amazing. That fight was awesome.
Yeah, I loved that one. That was great.
But I'm not surprised, guys, with Amanda Nunes winning. I knew it coming into this fight that she was going to knock out Ronda round one. So I got my prediction right. I'm not surprised or anything. So this pay-per-view didn't even have shock value for me, guys. Like, the predictions, I got it right. Like, I predicted Cody Garbrandt to win and that. And there's not really that many good fights, guys. So if you're thinking of buying this pay-per-view a bit late, I just don't, guys. Try and pirate it or some shit. I know I'm telling you to do something illegal, but just do it.
Do it, man. Pirate the shit. Pirate Bay.
Pirate that shit.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. You gotta do it, guys.
Yo ho, I'm Jack Sparrow.
Just fucking do it. Don't fucking buy $60 for something that's just gonna be unsatisfying. You're gonna feel like you've been fucking violated in so many ways.
And penetrated and all that nasty shit.
But anyway, guys, we've been going on for like 40 minutes. And
man.
That's a decent podcast right there.
I had to do a yo-ho, Pirates Life for me.
Yo, the part for me.
Yo-ho, the Pirates Life for me.
Okay, guys, so if you liked this podcast review,
That's
results,
what they should do.
everything.
Ronda Rousey should go to Hollywood and be in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yo.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Pirates Life for Ronda, hey? WWE for Ronda. You know, I think WWE...
Ronda versus Stephanie McMahon for WrestleMania. That's what I want.
It's going to be a wild deal, because this is just December and she's just had a defeat. I think Ronda's going to fall into a dark depression and she's going to need to get over that first. So I think it's going to be a while since Ronda actually picks herself up and gets over this shit.
Yeah, because Ronda has that.
So WWE, I don't think WWE can reach out to her and go, "Hey, we want you for WrestleMania. We'll pay really good amounts of money to put you in a rigged match." I don't know how Ronda would feel personally about that. She might feel like, "Oh, I think Ronda would think. I think Ronda would think in her mind, oh, but then I'm going to look like I'm a, a person that's trying to do things that are false and make myself look like I'm something that I'm not, which is, I think they need to sort of like, if they were going to do her in WWE, don't make her look like a beast, you need to humanise her a bit. You need to make her look like she's struggling to win, like she's kind of rusty. But if you put her in the ring with Charlotte, would look like she's got at least a bit of a chance of a threat against her.
Yeah.
If they want to do that feud for WrestleMania, they can do
that. That would be pretty funny though if they do Ronda Rousey like a beast, like kind of like Brock Lesnar.
It'd be funny, but it's just it wouldn't be believable at all. You just be like, nice one, WWE.
Yeah, but the thing is like
making her feel good about herself again.
I don't know why people would complain so much about WWE, like, oh, it's fake and that. Complain about movies then, because movies are the exact same like WWE. It's got a script, it's fake, it does the same sort of shit, like.
Yeah.
WWE's fake.
Yeah, but movies is as well. Like movies is the exact same thing. They follow a script and all that. And,
and that's what WWE is. It's like scripted. That's all it is. It's just a storyline that they play out on TV, just for entertainment. That's why it's called World Wrestling Entertainment, because it's entertainment, man.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's just to fucking get some fucking ratings on TV and get people watching. That's why they do crazy shit like jumping off Hell in a Cell and saying, "Oh, your fucking family, your brother died" or something like that, and they,
"Who's your daddy? Your daddy is a coward,"
and fucking
that sort of shit.
Vince McMahon leading the Ministry of Darkness, just so much crazy shit. It's all for ratings. It's World Wrestling Entertainment. They don't call it World Wrestling Sports. It's not a sport. It's not. It's just a entertainment art form.
So I think Ronda should...
With a lot of acrobatics these days.
Like Ronda, she's not going to take this loss well. She doesn't ever. She's going to go into hiding.
She'll go into hiding and she'll go into depression.
So I think we might see Ronda Rousey
thoughts.
Around the time of SummerSlam. She might make an appearance and do a match with
That's
Stephanie
just my
McMahon.
assumption. I hope that she can deal with this in another way, that she can drop the whole sad about it, but I don't think it's possible. Like, if you've got something that you're so passionate about, and you put so much effort in, and you put up so much work, and then all of it crumbles so quickly and fastly before your eyes, and you get exposed in a terribly bad way, you're going to really hit rock bottom in a nasty way, man.
I know it's horrible, like, you're lost, and all that, but you just need to face it, just face it head on, hiding from your loss and just pretending like, everything, not everything's okay, but, you're not talking about it, you're not trying to, it's just going to be a lot worse, because you're keeping it inside and you're bottling it up, it's just going to eat at her, Yeah.
Hollywood or fucking WWE.
Yeah.
Make your mind up, Ronda. You could do both. You could do both. Do like a Lesnar thing.
Just don't.
Little appearances.
Just don't do fighting anymore. That's just not.
Just do fixed fighting for WWE. And I'm sure we'd all be really entertained by that, because then...
Should be the next Alberto Del Rio doing all those arm bars. Alberto Del Rousey.
Del Rousey.
Yeah. And she comes out in the car and that.
Remember that nickname that we used to give her? Ronda Arouse Me?
Arouse Me,
Ronda Arouse Me.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Ronda Arouse Me.
Nice.
Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Bouncy, bouncy, boom.
What about that fucking video package before the fight where she's taking women down and her tits are in their face?
Yeah, yeah. She's got like a headlock and her boobs right in her face.
Yeah, man, and it's just like slow-mo, and the slow-mo's just like jiggle, 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 fucking...
I'd fight Ronda Rousey, fuck you.
Oh,
Of course you fucking
She can
would
beat me with her
dominated.
boobs.
For God's sake, Dylan. Alright, guys, well, if you like this review, go ahead and like it. If you want to subscribe, you can. We do a lot of this shit. We do daily live streams every day on Twitch, and, well, YouTube we do stuff when we do stuff. You know, whenever a UFC event's on, of course, we're going to do a review. And we're going to do a live one.
Yeah, man.
And we just do videos every now and then.
With a camel toe.
WWE reviews and UFC, so go ahead and get in on that sub button, get in on that like button, and go ahead and hit the notifications button too, so you can get notified when I'm doing videos. Peace out, my nigga! And my white peoples, and all the other colours.
And my
races,
Mexicans and my Hispanics
and all Ronda arouse me's.
Yeah. And all the gorilla fans of Nunes.
Yeah,
Nunes!
All the Planet of the Apes.
Rise of the planets of the Nuneses.
The Nunes. The Nudes.
The nudes.
That's what we call them, the Nudes.
You know, my brother sent me a message yesterday on Facebook saying, oh, we got Nunes versus Rousey tomorrow, and I read it as we've got Nudes versus Rousey tomorrow. I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck, man?
But anyway, guys, we've gone on enough. We've really gone for a while, at least a good, like, I think maybe it's an hour-long podcast. Nah, it's 48 minutes, near an hour. Okay, so there you go. You got a decent amount of fucking thing, alright.
Decent amount of talk, guys. Don't fucking
complain. No need to fucking
I know you want us for a bit longer, but we just can't give you it, you know.
We just can't give anymore.
We're at our ends.
We're at our ends, wits' end.
Mm.
We've met the end of our rope, and we're going to tie the noose around our neck, and we're going to jump.
Yeah, and we're just going to hang. We're
just
going to
hang.
We're just going to
Rhonda,
hang around.
don't get any ideas if you see this
Hang.
podcast, please.
Yeah, don't
Please,
do it, Rhonda.
Yeah, go
don't
hang
do that.
We love you,
No,
Rhonda.
no,
Go to
don't.
WWE,
No, I'm
Rhonda.
serious.
Don't
I'm
do
fucking
that.
dead set serious,
Yeah,
man.
Rhonda.
Know what you
We
did
don't
in
fucking
their
want
lifetime,
Rhonda
I'm
to
just
fucking kill
joking.
herself over this
Yeah.
shit, man.
I shouldn't
That's
even joke
fucked.
about that shit.
That was her life, man. UFC was
To
her
be honest, I
fucking
wouldn't
life.
be surprised if that's in the news tomorrow. Like Ronda Rousey killed herself or something like. They need to keep an
They
eye on
fucking,
her.
yeah, they do
They
need
need
to
to
keep an eye on her, man, because it's serious shit.
She just can't. She can't mentally just take the loss. So they need to really keep an eye on her.
Oh, very much so, man.
I hope her boyfriend Travis Brown's with her son. You know, so like nothing bad happens.
He really needs to be very, very supportive, man.
I don't like certain things what Ronda Rousey does, but I still don't want anything bad to happen to her. You know, so
Oh, no, fuck no.
yeah.
What
She's only human, mate.
Mm.
She can make herself look like a dominating beast and put on that angry face and stuff, but she's only human.
Yeah.
And we've all got weaknesses, man, and we've all got things that we deal with.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, I know what it's like to be down about shit.
Mm.
And, I know what it's like to be very deeply down about shit, because, trust me, I've had stuff that's not gone very well with myself.
Yeah, but you still got to face your problems
Yeah.
head on. You know.
Yeah.
So I just. If Ronda Rousey
gotta
is
try
watching
and
this, I don't
toughen
think she
herself
would
up.
watch this, but if she was, this would be my message to her: is to, you know, just face her loss head on. You know, like,
Yeah.
and that means like
Face it head on.
You're
you know,
stronger
face
from
it.
it, and you know, like you're not a loser.
Johnny.
Face it like a woman. And man. Face it like a woman with sass and tenacity and pizzazz.
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 Get your ass pissed as.
Remember that song? Pizzazz, pizzazz.
Get
come
your
on,
ass
we're
pissed
gonna give it
ass.
to you, pizzazz, pizzazz, come on.
Come on, pizzazz.
Get your ass pussy punched.
Pizzazz, come on.
Punchthepussy.com.
But
Paka,
yeah.
paka, pooch.
Ronda can still do porn. Well, yeah, fuck yeah, she can do that if she
Yeah,
wants.
she can do it for 48 seconds.
Wait, what? What's
48
this?
seconds, man.
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, well, we got a comment from a viewer saying Ronda can still do porn. Fucking hell, Dylan.
The shit.
Woo. That came
Jeez,
from my
mate.
soul.
Fucking hell. Come from his soul, man. Don't come too hard. Yeah.
I did when I saw that promo of Ronda and about her boobs
She
are
does
jiggling,
look
and I was like,
cool,
oh,
but
fuck
fuck's
it, here it
sake.
comes, here it comes. Ooh, it's about to
Oh, man.
explode.
Well, she could be if they were gonna do porn with Ronda, and this is
Or
just,
a sex
this is
tape,
just,
man.
This is just
She would
me
get over 100
saying
million views or something.
whatever. She could be like one of those dominatrix, 'cause she puts on that face, or that dominatrix face. She could wear a UFC gear with maybe a little bit of leather, a little bit of anything.
Bit of whips and
She could
chains.
be with a bit of pizzazz.
A pizzazz.
Yeah, a little
Make her
bit of
suck a bit of piss ass.
yeah, and she could straight her shit,
She can pour a bit of
Beat
piss
some
on
meat.
her ass.
beat some meat, and do all that
Bit of
stuff.
lemonade on it.
But seriously,
Whipped cream.
I
Bit
think
of whipped cream.
if she was gonna do any business, it's either film or wrestling. You know, that's just me. And she could do other appearances as well on TV
Put a bit of chocolate
shows.
sundae on
Because her
there.
getting beat under 50 seconds is not good for a career.
No, not at all, man. Fuck no. Not at all.
Not at all.
She's
actually
just
pretty good.
reached the end of her
That's
UFC
shame.
career. They don't need her. They've got Nunes now that looks great. And I'm fucking glad, guys. This is something I noticed about this pay-per-view. Is finally, we've got a fucking retain for the bantamweight women's belt. This thing has been hot potatoed all fucking year.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, Rousey, Nunes is like, no, we're not doing that anymore. It's staying with me.
And the thing
We're
is, as
fucking
well,
gonna
like,
walk into the new year with a actual good champion that can keep her belt.
Nunes is a consistent fighter as well. Her performance every time is consistent and good, and it's really, really great. But with Holly Holm, like she's always had those performances. It's like she has a great performance, and then she has an iffy performance.
Yeah.
Iffy.
You know? Yeah, it's just like a bit shaky. You know, she's not really fighting like
She should. Hey man.
her fight against Misha Tate and Amanda Nunes. No, Holly Holm didn't fight Amanda Nunes. What am I saying? But her fight with Misha Tate is the one I want to really highlight. It was so different to Holly Holm. I meant to Ronda Rousey fight with Holly Holm. I mean, like her performance was so
It's so
different.
weird.
Like she wasn't attacking, and
It looked like she wasn't there, honestly.
it looks like she just didn't want to fight. You know, and Misha
Yeah.
Tate is like Ronda Rousey. Like her striking is terrible,
Yeah.
and Holly Holm could have took real big advantage of that, and Holly Holm could have destroyed her
Could
and
have took
knocked her
advantage
out,
of her.
but she didn't. Like she could have taken advantage,
Could
and
have took advantage of
she
her.
could have taken her to like a public toilet and just said, "You're mine.
You're mine.
Can you last 2 minutes?"
Can you last Nick minute?
You want to say something?
Nick minute down at the
No,
door?
you can't say anything, Adam. You've
Adam,
got to
you
just
can't
sit in
say
the
anything,
corner and
bro.
just watch
Sit in the corner.
and just say, "Can I say
Just-
something?"
Can you just say that?
You can just say
That's
that,
what
right?
you can say. It's limited to 2 words. Or 3
Can I
words.
say something?
Can I say something? That's 4 words.
Alright, so say it, Adam.
Just say what you got to say, Ads. We're just fucking with you.
Oh, I was gonna say
Fuck
that
you.
thing when she said about beauty is strong or something like that.
Yeah, on the promo.
Or well, when she had the match, she didn't really show that at all. So
Oh, hell no.
she put shame to herself.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
damn
embarrassing.
shame.
That was embarrassing, eh, bro?
Yeah.
That would have been embarrassing for herself.
Yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah.
That's why when I saw Misha Tate wasn't the champion anymore, I was like, ooh, nah, Ronda Rousey's not getting that
This
belt
is
back.
something that's weird. Because Holly Holm is acting very fucking weird. Because she looked amazing in the Ronda fight.
But
But
now she's
then
gone for
when
the
she
featherweight.
fought against Misha, she was hardly fighting at all. And I knew what she was capable of.
And then she
but
lost
wasn't
another fight
bringing
after
it.
that.
Then she lost another one. And she looked like she wasn't fighting in that one either. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with it. What is she doing?
I don't know, but she's gone for the featherweight title now, and that's just stupid.
That's just ridiculous. She doesn't deserve a shot at any belt after the 2 fights she had.
Yeah.
She needs to build herself up, man. She's put herself in Job City. Like, she
Where
just
Ronda's
looks-
at.
Yeah.
They're both sharing an
there.
apartment together, man, at Job City.
Yeah, they both look like the same. Like, they can't
Job
defend a
City.
fucking hit. They weren't wanting to. It's like, oh, I'm scared. It's like 2 preschool girls. Put them in the fucking thing, and they haven't had a fight before. And it's like, oh, I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hit you. Oh, but, oh, shit. You hit me. Oh fuck! What do I do? What do I do? And you don't fucking defend.
Yeah.
And then you lose. And we got John Cena in the background.
Oh man, Ronda Rousey got beat so bad. It's actually crazy.
Anyway.
I knew Ronda Rousey was going to get knocked out. I just knew it. Like,
but that quickly and that early, the ref was just like, no, we're not even going to fucking bother trying to keep this one going.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, anyway.
Crazy.
We better leave that there. Because we have gone a lot of time. We just... There's really no point.
Just comment down
talking.
below though. Did you think Ronda Rousey was going to lose? I knew Ronda Rousey was going to lose. Like, it was obvious. I wasn't even... Oh, that's a nice ass, man. Yeah, that's fucking nice. but Adam's just showing me some ass pictures of ass, piss ass. You know, when you know how we're rocking around here. Hashtag piss ass. But
Piss ass.
yeah, and the promo and the poster for this event is she's back. Well, she's back.
She's
for
back for 48 seconds.
There you go. She's back for 48 seconds, and then she's gone again. And she's not coming back.
To be honest, Ronda Rousey
she does come back. I'm gonna be like, wow, so you actually aren't fucking that emotionally weak. But
do you know what would have been better for Ronda's career is if she didn't actually fight at all? Like, she didn't come back and fought. She just stayed away.
Just leave
so
it.
she could have left that question like, if Ronda came back, could she won the belt back? You know?
Yeah.
But now she lost twice in a row.
It's just like, nope, she can't do it now.
No, she's done. She's not the strongest woman on the planet.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we'll leave it there. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit a notification fucking button.
Do you guys notice that? How
hit the bell, man.
Do you recognise how deep his voice goes when he's like, leave it there.
Hit the bell.
The bell.
Leave it there.
Is what matters, guys. The bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ring the bell right near the fucking
there.
name.
Leave it right there.
Because you know that this is an actual thing now.
Leave your click on the thumbs up button right there.
The bell actually notifies the viewers of our videos. That way they can see more of them.
Oh,
They don't do
YouTube
that.
is fucked.
We're fucked, man. Cause
and we won't get our
a
viewership.
fucking cunt now, YouTube is.
YouTube is big fucking cunt. It's big,
It is.
sloppy and wet and
Come at us,
mushy and
YouTube
fucking
heroes.
bushy.
Come
and
at
all
us
that
if
shit.
you got problems with our language. Fucking.
I think I found Robin.
Anyway.
You found Ronda. What are you stalking her
I
Facebook?
found